All right, well, hello, everybody. I am Bart Driscoll, and today I'm joined by my colleague, Gerard Kane, and we're going to talk a little bit about mainframe modernization, mainframe transformation in the FS&I industry. So, hey, Gerard, you hear a lot of conversations or even maybe wishful thinking around mainframe modernization, mainframe transformation. And it tends to be equated with kind of lift and shift to cloud. Is that really all that it is?
Well, that could be one path, is just a lift and shift, but kind of as you know, that's just going to shift the risk from one organization to the next. The real value out of this is getting in and understanding the applications that are relevant and necessary, business critical as it might be, to that institution, and then moving those into a public cloud or a private cloud scenario. So again, there's a lot that has to go into it, but to articulate those applications in the cloud, there's some work that needs to be done. It's not just a simple lift and shift, to your comment.
Yeah, that makes sense. And when a lot of the conversations I've had with some of the banks and insurance companies, mainframe is still a business critical application. It is running, core underwriting and policy decisions, as well as managing a lot of the transactions that banks are occurring. What are some of the things that we've done to kind of help de-risk or even help ensure compliance as we start to modernize or transform these apps?
Well, that's the biggest thing. They're always concerned about security. They're concerned about risk. In my mind, all those elements in terms of that modernization, that transformation from where they're at their current state to some future state that embraces cloud, that's normal. I think that's going to be the easy part. The harder part is if they don't make that move and they stay with their current environment. The people that are there supporting these mainframe applications are people like me. They've got gray hair. They're probably going to retire in a few years, right? So The bigger risk is that they start losing this brain trust, and then they're left with applications running in a very complex environment, and nobody knows how to take care of it. So that's probably the larger challenge that I see out there, rather than just the modernization and taking these applications to cloud. The skills exist. You can take those millions of lines of code, convert them into something that's relevant within a cloud or even an on-prem environment, and then and de-risk their environments overall. So that's the challenge that I see out there.
Yeah, I think you're actually hitting on a great point there, and I'm kind of glad that you've really focused the conversations around applications and even data that's obviously tied to those applications. I know one of the trends that we're seeing is, how do I look at these legacy platforms, legacy applications, and start to pull that data out so that I can start to do some more interesting things in it? Unfortunately, while really secure, these legacy platforms really do hold onto your data tight, and it makes it really difficult to start using it to run analytics on your customer base, or be able to actually ingest data from outside and use that additional data to use some of the to support some of the algorithms and formulas that you need to run by.
Well, there's not really much more for me to say, Bart. You kind of bang on. You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly it. You want to unleash your analytics capabilities and everything else, you've got to really get out of that environment. You need to have repositories where you can look at these data lakes or other types of instruments with which to take the data and pull it apart. But the advanced analytics that you describe, it's a little bit more complex in a mainframe environment, and you don't really get access to some other data sets that may exist in non-mainframe or public cloud or on-prem environments. So that's really the trick. And so to really get full value out of these data sets that these long-term legacy environments have, you've got to really transform it in some way, shape, or form. So that's really what we do really well at Atos, and that's why I think we have a great offering for a lot of our clients in the FS&I area.
Yeah, agreed. Well, hey, look, thanks for having this quick conversation with me. Really fun, and I think this actually is a really interesting topic, and look forward to working with some of our customers and trying to tackle it. Thanks a lot.
Deep conversations, but thanks for the time, Bart. We'll see you, man.
All right, take care.